It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Cleveland. It's the Dolphins and the Browns on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
This fielded right at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
First play, Watson to the air. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Pushes him over. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
With a start here to the ball, get the good kick return. Follow out, quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at deficit before they know what hit them.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just power football there down near the goal
doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for two. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So a failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, here's Tua. That is caught. There he goes, right side. Now inside the 25. Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Brett, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that clock's going to be on the ground.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And that timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Watson's throw complete there to Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Browns have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
77 yards rushing now in the opening quarter of this AFC Championship game.
A conference championship on the line and a championship-type run right there.
That guy's running as if he can smell it, feel it, and obviously wants it.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua under pressure, and he'll go down.
They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one thrown underneath to Achane. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a third and about 13.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Watson off play action. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The York on now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play.
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 74 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Nick Chubb, 67 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
York now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier and down.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses happen their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
York able to send this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play action. Now it's Tua. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Tua now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, Achane fights off the defender. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 91 yards on the ground in his 1st half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He somehow wound up finding the end zone 5 times on the ground already. So he is already in shouting distance of all-time record territory. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more. Who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And 3rd and 8 now. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Zadarius Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns have opened the lead up to 30. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this.
No.
Okay.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers, aren't we?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. On 2nd down, Tua. And now big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide. And not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Watson now to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And some space here. Down the left sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 159 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns are pouring it on. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
From the gun, it's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Right back to Achane on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
186 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Watson on 1st down.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He's got Akins, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb punching it in from a yard away.
And the Browns are moving closer to the franchise's first ever appearance in a Super Bowl as they extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end Troutman. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. He'll dump this off to Achane. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st and 10, Watson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, I think.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb stays on his feet, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. Gets around him, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
To his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Miami.
Here's Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On second down, a run by Achane. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution over it.
And now off to the races down the right side. Nick Chubb. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The York on now for the extra point. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Second down, here's Chubb again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions in this ballgame. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on fourth down and make a play himself.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. The Cleveland Browns are AFC champs as we say goodnight, everybody. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.